my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. And discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll unravel the secrets, unlock the code. No limits, no boundaries, no knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow. In this stream of knowledge, together we'll grow.
Connected to channel Fix It 42.
Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something.
Fixerbot says.
T minus 2 minutes.
Fixerbot says.
T minus 2 minutes.
Fixit says. Fixit 42 Love Security 7 waving.
Welcome to my stream where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow. In this stream of knowledge, together we'll grow.
Fixerbot says.
Stream about to start. 1 minute left.
Fixerbot says.
Stream about to start. 1 minute left.
Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning.
Nice, nice transition, right? Oh my. Let's see. I should fix that music thingy, right? So let's make sure you can hear me. You can, good. I hope so. I heard the echo there for a second because I had to type it back, right? And I don't want to do it as a bot. Oh my, it's hot. Today I think it was 23 degrees outside. So let's see. That's hot car. Weather curve. Sun. Let's see. So yeah, so tomorrow we have even warmer weather. I don't know if it's visible. I know the focus is like here, so then we have rain Sunday, I see. Oh well, we can't have sun all the days, right? So I was thinking, I haven't done anything but the Try Hack Me for quite some time now. And I started with this project, so I kind of want to continue. And what I did since stream was to actually Google a bit, and I found some basic information about how to do the networking here, simply. And I have made functions of this, but I haven't tested them yet. And also, while I was at work today, I had a YouTube video on in the background with doing it for Windows too, so we'll see if we'll do the Windows too. This is intended for Linux, so they have examples here with all the code too. It wasn't really a lot of information. It's not like practical, really. And it doesn't say much information about it, but I've kind of dug a bit more. So like the server side, it's not actually listen that waits, it's the accept one, which is kind of odd naming. So this port also keeps listening after you have a connection, so you can get several clients, I guess we'd call it. Since we'll be sending and receiving files, we will have like a server and client, but I'll call them like something more intuitive. I think the client server thing is kind of old, right? Let's see that I have my app for switching stuff up there. I see myself with a delay now because I typed in chat. It's kind of annoying to see yourself with a delay. It's kind of very annoying actually. So let's remove that. So since it's Linux, we are doing it on the VM. And it was a few days ago, so definitely more than a week than I did on this, so it's kind of like not fresh in my memory, but it's not complicated either, so and the compiling commands and everything should be in the history, so we don't have to think, really, right? Let's make sure that everything is running first here. So the TTS, I started it a bit late, but I heard it there. So if I send a test message and hi to Fantastic,
Test.
I waved back, right? Oh, that's odd. Why that voice? Okay. Yeah, maybe I set another voice for that one. For the bot. So it's lunch for me, so I have some, let's see if I can see myself. There. So I can see if you see. So oatmeal, lingonberry jam and milk. Yummy. And already cold, though I just poured some milk on it, carried it upstairs. I guess it's not cold inside though. Cold jam and cold milk kind of makes it cold at once. I don't mind. So, I think I actually did. Let's see. Used code. So,
Too Fantastic says. Fix it 42 like.
so let's see. This is the second time ever I start code, and it works, of course. I did try it on my laptop with Kali, but it was just black. Everything was black. Very funny bug. So we have it up here already, and this is something else, so maybe we should open a folder. Whatever. We can just do that. Right, because I added a second class, so maybe we should move it to another file. But not yet. We can use it like this for a bit. But it's starting to get long, you know, it could be easier to switch files instead of scrolling. These are the networking bits. I put them separately so I can easily move the two files. Let's do the organization at the start, so we have that done. So we want to open another folder, or we probably want to make a folder for this. I don't even know where it is in the file system. Nice, eh? And I've done other things with the machine since then. So if we take like save as there, so we're in. So I made a folder for it. That's good. Nice. So then we can actually open this folder instead. So there. And we still have just one open, not two. So it closed the other one. Good. So, yeah, right, this is just executable. We can't open that. Let's see if we add a file here. What did I call the class? It's kind of obvious, right? Let's just do... I'm not really updated on naming conventions for CPP files. But we can just move this out. Alright, we need to make a header file too. Do I remember how to do that? I might. This is kind of fun. I haven't done C++ in like quite a few years. I would reveal how old I am. Nah, I don't mind. I think it's actually in the about, right? Almost. So if we take this bit, so it's not even tested yet. I've just done stuff. But that's usually how I do it. I just expect everything to work. So yeah, and also I put them kind of close together because I didn't want to scroll a lot. So I do want a bit more space in here. And we need to add more error handling, I think. It's not done. It's just some of the things. The examples didn't have any error stuff, so I got that from another place. So I think that for the header file, we just like tell it what functions are available. And so we could just copy all of it and just remove the actual implementation of the functions, I think. We'll see. It's always nice to try stuff out live, right? And really, I wouldn't like to have any output in this class, but I think I do. because yeah, I did error things. So I guess that's okay. And here this is for testing. So we'll need more stuff, of course. We'll see. Maybe I should not just do it myself, but actually run it and see what it says. I want this. Yeah, so all the thingies we need. Yeah, and I call it connected socket. This TCP socket, I think I'm going to rename this actually at once to listening socket, because it will always listen, and the other one is the connected socket, as it says, and that's both on the well, I don't want to say client and servers, let's sender and receiver instead. So listening socket, and this is all right. Yeah, so we have the listening one and the connected one, trying to make the naming very simple. So let's go back to this one, and we need to definitely include what we have not yet created there. So let's say it was 30 years since I did this. I don't think so, but maybe. Well, I have done, but not, this is without an really IDE help too. So if I do C++, you know, it's not the same, it's all automatic. So let's just copy all of this and make a H file. Can't I just right click here and make new file? No? Okay, we click the button. Anyone that knows about naming convention, please tell me. Oh yeah, there's a big T there. So .h, and it popped up. And I want to rename this one too. So I didn't want it to pop over there automatically. So we have this one, which is an actual program, and then we have this where we just put the networking stuff outside, so it's easier to do. We will definitely need IOStream here. What else are we possibly using? I think the C string is for the arguments, right? Probably mostly. And this definitely file system is not needed here, because this is a networking bit. So I copied it all, and then I copied something else. Right, I put includes not here but there, right? Maybe I should look up what's recommended. So let's do that. Let's Google. And if I forget to switch screens, let me enable the commands so you can fix it yourself. Because I know that can be so annoying, and especially the other day I was looking at one of the streams, the stream where I did this first time, and it was like just I was doing something on the other screen for most of the start time, like 20 minutes. I don't know how long, I haven't looked yet, but it seemed like a long time. Very annoying. So let's enable these left and right. I don't want them enabled when I do IRL streams, that's why. And when I did my taxes co-working. Also we have platforms, and we have right and left. Enable these. I should make like commands to enable and disable these. depending on yeah, what variables are and stuff. Though maybe that's not the way. Maybe the way is to not enable and disable them, but to actually change the code. Because let's see, both of them run the same thing, right? So scenes. So left screen, it checks if we're remote. That's what it does. And I think there's a return, yeah. So this is actually not run if the return is false before. It's kind of smart, StreamerBot. In that way. And I'm not supposed to close this, that would be kind of bad. It wouldn't work very well then. So let's Google C++ header file format, maybe. Well, whatever. So yeah, so they just have this function exist. But what I'm curious is, what if we have lots of other stuff in there? Yeah, so there's also declarations of things. And the header file, this is a C++, but yes, this is CPP, include, yeah. But this file itself has only the functions. I guess I should read, but it's too much to read on stream, I think. I can just scan it. I could read it. Header file and implementation file. Include, of course. We include note the codes I used for header files. Yeah, that's in the same directory. Records I used in the library. Still not what I'm looking for. Yeah. I actually prefer not using these, but to see where things come from. Then you know what includes you actually need and stuff, right? Well, not really, because it seems like, you know, std is in several header files or in several includes. So it's kind of annoying, actually. But I guess it's not new C++, so. But I realized when I read C syntax and C++, that's like that's what I would try in all languages. That's like the default kind of. So I was thinking this. So to tell people to learn Python as their first language, when my like default, though I didn't start with C, I started with like basic Pascal, assembler, and then C, like something like that. So to tell people to do Python first, is that right? Or is it just making other things? Will they relate everything to that, or will they still do it to another language later? Well, now I guess it's not C anymore, or C++, right? It's people use Rust and strange things like that, and Golang. I should learn that too. Or just do something in it, actually, I guess. So, but we're doing remembering C++ now. After the compiler finishes it.
Assembler is very different. Python feels less intuitive to me.
Okay, you think Python is harder than C? Than C++? But this is pointer things. It can be kind of hard for people to get a grip on pointers. And the references and stuff. Maybe. But on the other side, in C, we don't have the darn indentation thingy, right? With Python, oh, that was one space too much. We get an error message. So instead of forgetting semicolons, we forget a space, or do one too little, and the copy paste of something is not exactly the right thing. So I guess it's just different problems. So here, this is what I was looking for actually. Yeah, so because this might actually be included several times, it can contain definitions that might produce multiple. Yeah, so we don't do variables, definitely. Then following are not allowed or are considered type definitions, non-inline function definitions, non-cast
Yeah, the
variable.
syntax there is a bit less dynamic.
Yeah, because it's nice to be able to like if, and then you have a very long line if you want to. It's nice to have the flexibility in C, actually. I like it. I would just like some examples, I guess. Sample H. That's nice. So, right, we should probably have like this thing. Or ifdef itself. Oh my goodness, this is so long ago I used this. I know I actually have a very old C++ on my GitHub. Maybe I should just look at very old code. Is it here? No. I want a good way to just jump to my own stuff without having to do this. Is there a way? So I added an old thing here. So this is confusing. Maybe this was bad. So I put all of the code in there back then. Okay, yeah, we could do that, of course. Yeah, that's very nice. Okay, so I didn't do it. This was, school times. So that was not a good example, but it's kind of this is so oh my goodness. View raw. Okay, we can't even. That's old graphics. DOS stuff. So let's just totally close it. I thought so I realize now that I do have newer things, right? Because I've used C++ for like PIC processors, and Arduino stuff is almost C++ too. But I used it with this one. But I didn't manage to do it again. So if anyone knows how to run Arduino stuff, or rather any tiny processor in this one. Oh? Okay. I cleaned out a bit of stuff in my computer before, so probably removed something too much there. Yeah, namespace. What if we just want a class? Maybe this is a good example anyway here. So I guess I need to remember exactly. Does anyone just have the syntax? We can just look at another link, of course. That's not the right search. So this was like some. Microsoft is not they're not the best people at explaining things, right? In C. That's fine. Example. So just example on how to include them and what exists. But that's not what I was looking for. Hey, Ben. Right. Sorry. My youngest doesn't really want to be on stream, and I forgot to put sign up, so that's why he realizes from the lights, but still, I want to tell him. So. Lingonberry branches. So. I create your own. So. Because what I was thinking was this. What to put in the header file. Maybe we should just put it all in the header file. What do you think? Like I did. So I did close that window down, and I don't think the code was anything close to good. And I think it was C maybe, but I think it was C++. Yeah, CPP. So, this is... we had to set the frequencies, you know, for the PC speaker and Sound Blaster. No, we have nothing about if it's already run now, because that's just a part of the program. Oh. I'm kind of like, should we just put it in there? Is that what I should do? Let's do it. Right? Let's just put it in a file. Whatever, right? But I really wanted to be more like a... My god, this is annoying. Don't you... Anyone there know this? Cause I'm not... I feel very outdated. So...
What are you trying to do exactly?
I'm going to put my other class in a separate file. And when you include something, you include like the header file. And it's usually headers in the header file. So I was thinking like I should do it like that, but then I'm like, oh, I used to just put the code in the header file. And that's works, of course, but maybe that's not the right way to do it. So maybe I should actually think one step more and make a header file with headers and have a CPP file with the code for that. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, so this is what I was looking for. So if we do this, we don't by mistake include it several times. But we could have all the code in here too, and it would be safe still. Yeah, and I was also thinking this because the networking stuff is different for Windows, you know. We have to use a DLL file instead and mess about with that. So this was just like a parenthesis of what I did. This is not what I wanted to focus on. I just thought it would be easier to, you know, instead of scrolling a lot, I can just click like this between the files. And this one would include this one, but I could just do like, yeah. We could even type the CPP file into the includes. I don't think it will complain. So if we let's try it this way. So I failed to copy. I'm thinking maybe my control key is bad or something. Why can't I copy stuff? So holding it more tightly. And should we do like and for these yeah, we don't have any indentation. That would be crazy, so we just put stuff here. The start is with the formatting is the hardest bit. The coding is the easiest. This is the most specific things. So let's swap back here. So including multiple header files. You can use various header files in a program. When a header file is included twice within a program, the compiler processes the contents of the header file twice. This leads to an error in the program. To eliminate this error, conditional preprocessor directives are used. And where I did that, and this construct is called wrapper if-and-f. When the header is included again, the conditional will become false, and the header file name is already defined then. The preprocessor will skip over the entire file contents, for the compiler will not see it twice. Sometimes it's essential to include several diverse header files based on the requirements for a program. Yeah, and we will not look at Windows yet, but maybe this is the way we will solve that. But that's in the future. We go Linux first. Let's say program to find the sum of their numbers. Blah, blah, blah. And they include their little file with a sum. And in the file, instead of writing a large and complex code, you can create your own header files, include them in our program to use whenever we want. It enhances. I'm curious a bit. How does how is this done automatically if we would start a C here? We could just look how it's done if we do a Windows one. We don't have to forget the Windows all of it. We can just we wanna create a new project. We wanna do yeah, let's do C++ console app. I'm thinking maybe because we want to see what it does, something like this. Hello world. Windows Universal Tools. Maybe we should just do a basic. Take the Hello World one. Where is it? Let's do the Hello World one. And this is just a test. So, if we would want to add something here, I'm thinking let's let it finish. Of course, I can eat. So,
PV says,
Enjoy your food. You're.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm eating oatmeal with lingonberry jam and milk. It's very good. I'm trying to be healthy too, so two things. It's one of my favorite foods and it's kind of healthy. There's kind of a lot of sugar in the jam, I guess. Try not to take too much of it. So, oh my god, sorry, we want to add, I'm saying if I want to add a class, how will it do it? Yeah, so the class name is test, and it creates a header file and a CPP file. That's what I want to do. So how will this make it by default? So it adds in header files a H file that has, yeah, Pragma ones. That's what I noticed that up there too. And then it's include. I don't think we need the if. I think the Pragma ones is the same thing, right? And here it includes this, and then we have like the contents. But the actual class is in the header file. So the class is here. So this does not actually have the class, and that could be kind of like confusing not to have one file. So maybe I should just include an H file with all the things that I did before there, and we can split it up later, though it feels wrong to me too. So if we would like add, if we were to add a variable, we would have to add it here. It wouldn't be in the class. Would we add the class on both of them? That would be odd too. I don't know how to do this. I'm like confused. So who knows a simple reminder that we have my kid have guests in 2 hours. So let's look at the third actual link we had here. Oh my goodness, and I'm looking around the mic here. Maybe it's a bit too far up. I don't want to click anything. This is so annoying. Can't I just deny everything I can, please? So, header files. As the program grows larger, making more files, it becomes increasingly tedious to have to forward declare every function you want to use. It's defined in a different file. It wouldn't be nice if you could put all your forward declaration in one place and import them when you need them. Process code files with a CPP extension are not the only files commonly seen in C++ programs. The other type of files are header files. Header files usually have a .h extension, but you will occasionally see them with a HPP. Okay, I've never seen that. The primary purpose of a header file is to propagate declaration of code. CPP files, key inside headers, allow us to. Well, this is some kind of guide. It's very explicit. We'll see. Consider the following program. I'm sorry, I'm not going to read it all out loud. When you include, I guess we could just read these, right?
Too Fantastic says, classes is mostly to avoid function name or variable conflicts as I get it.
No, it's to structure things. The reason I did it is because this is the copy thing, but it needs to use the network, and I don't want to have like all the details of networking in here, so I made a separate class where I have connect to network, send messages, receive messages, wait and for messages, stuff like that. So it's different. Actually, in your main program you don't want to have much more than just the talking to the person that's using the program thingy. So actually the file things should be separate too, if you did it the right way, I guess. So why do I have a lot of comments here? So right, I tested another format and it was better, so we can delete this. Yeah, so this is just so we can minimize this. That's the only reason it's commented. And this is not done yet. So one thing we could do is just to undo what I just did and move it to another file. I just thought it would be easier not to scroll, and we can do this later when I'm more accustomed to C++ again. But let's read a bit more. So I'm thinking maybe there's not what I want in here. So consider what would happen if IOStream header did not exist. Whether you used std cout, you'd have to manually type or copy all of the declarations related to it. If the function prototype was added or changed, you'd have to manually update all the forwarded declarations. Yeah, but this is still not about what I want. So let's actually, we'll Google it, and if it doesn't get a good reply, we'll ChatGPT it, because then we'll get a exactly what we want thing. It might not be correct, but this might not be correct too.
Yeah, I guess structuring would included that as well.
What to put in CPP and what to put in H. Guidelines. Looks nice. Put structure and class declaration, function type. This is exactly what I wanted, you know? Function prototypes and global variable extern declarations. So variables, let's look at this. This is probably better. Oh, PDF. So maybe we don't want to read the PDF. Create summary. I don't trust it to create a summary. Then I'll ask ChatGPT instead. So maybe this is not what we want to read on stream, but I want to read it later. But put the structure, class declarations, function types, and global variable external declarations in the .h file. Put the function and global variable definition and initialization. So we need the what confuses me, can I have the class in both places? I must be able to then. So it won't say, oh, you already have this class. It will understand that it's the same. And here's someone asking to. When dividing your code up into multiple files, which exactly should go into this and this? Related to... this is a pure style issue, but I believe C++ declarations go in a HP. Let's see. Oh, okay. That's not what they're asking. All H. Things like declarations, function, prototypes, enumeration. Yeah. Definitions. CPP designated to provide the implementation information that only needs to be known in one file. Function bodies, internal variables. What about private class variables? Let's do ChatGPT too, because it's probably, this is the kind of thing it can do. So, in C++, typically you separate the interface declaration from the implementation definitions. The separation is usually done by putting declarations in the header file and definitions in the source file. Class declaration. Declare classes along with their member functions and member variables. These are usually preceded by class keyword. Function declarations. Yeah. Constant and global variables. So now we have the examples that I wanted, and we already added this, so but they capitalize it too, so maybe we should. Let's just do that at once. I'll just, because I was thinking, but I didn't do it. So this there. So, and maybe the pragma ones is the same. So, but we can ask it too. But it suggested this. And then we have the class. So should I put it twice? Public my class, constructor declaration, and here it's private. It's a private variable declaration in here too. So, but not initialization here, I guess. That should be here, right? Or rather, it should be in the code, I guess. Implement member functions declared. But this was my biggest. Should I have this in there? And then we put parts of it, and we don't have the big this surrounding class. So yeah, this is all I needed. So next time when you have a simple question but it's like you want something specific, don't Google ask ChatGPT, because this like is logical. I agree. Let's read the bit here too. Implement member function declared, implement standalone functions, define global variables declared in the... Yeah, so did it do that here in the example? Yeah, so here it is. In the constructor. That's good. And they also have basic definitions just in here, which felt kind of wrong too. So I will put the private first. Why do they have it here? Is that some kind of thing? Well. So let's actually quickly fix this. Meaning I'll just do the other way around. And I'll take all of this and remove them also. And in here we put all of it, and then we're going to cut bits out. And this works. We don't have to do anything more if we don't want to, right? So we'll need to include this one here. Well, it's not called this, it's called TCP. Well, that was just a test name. Now I'm going to have to keep it because it's in so many places. So I'm thinking the includes, they will not be here really, right? Oh, all the characters, because this won't... We'll see. Let's try it. So if those are before, they will be... No, I'm not good with this either. Let's ask ChatGPT. Where should I put the include? General should be placed in the CPP. Yeah. Okay. So I meant the includes used in the in the code included whatever. Do I check the spelling on this? The one I'm now remain in the CPP. Okay. Reason for this is that the enclosed statement typically being declarations or definitions from other files into the current file. In the case of the header file, it's meant to contain, contain declarations that will be shared across multiple source file. Okay. Okay. So I did the right thing then. So this is supposed to be in here, and these. This is just me going crazy initializing stuff that doesn't need to be. So I'm copying this, and let's put it just a bit down here for now. And let's remove all the values. So this is just my comments. You're allowed to talk, people. I feel alone if no one is talking. You're allowed to be lurking too. So then we have, this is not finished, but let's just copy all the functions there and paste them here for now.
Putting words in chat Fixit 42 like.
Thanks. And then we just do like this.
Onsalo Polo says, "Morning, how is everyone?"
Morning. I'm good. How are you? We should start at the top, it's easier, right? So
I'm good. I am preparing for my trip to the RSA conference.
oh, cool. Oh, I wish I could go to conferences. I wish I could. So now we have just the basic stuff here. The constructors, let's put them on their own line. And then we have, what do you think? Is it better this way? Whatever. So we'll have to change in 2 places. That's the problem with doing this before you're done. To remember to change both.
Too Fantastic says, "Morning, Onsalo Polo."
So now we need to change these to all be in the class. Let's ask. I guess there's no avoiding the class name method. That's in the CPP file. I can't use class again. Yeah, we need to specify the scope only. I would prefer to have it in a nice list without them, but we need to do this thing. Yeah. So but this, yeah, include ace. This is the main file. Yeah. So, yeah, I know. I just don't want to do it. So, right, let's do one thing more. No, oh well, I kinda know the answer to that too. So let's not do it. So all of these need the class name. So and this is for possibly moving into here, but they're also already assigned there, so maybe we should set these. Yeah, we should.
Onsalo Polo, what are the topics for the RSA conference?
A constructor from the other. So construction can be directly called from other constructor. However, you can achieve similar behavior by using constructor delegation. Constructor delegation is one a constructor of a class to call another constructor of the same class to perform common initialization tasks. This is done using a initializer list. So this includes this one. That's nice. Because this is exactly what I want to do. Because when it's the sender and the receiver, I have different. The port is set differently. That's the only difference really in this bit for the networking. There might be more differences later, but right now this is how it is. So now when this port here is actually already common for them, so these are so long. Let's add another one and let it do the work. Or suggest something rather, because it's not like we're going to just so this is just for general initialization of values that we're not setting. We're always setting the IP and the port before. So, and this one is not initialized, so it's these two. And we don't have to have the comments here. I think the naming is kind of obvious too, right? I don't even need them to be initialized really, but whatever. So now it will remember what the class name is from this too. It's kind of funny how it works, and sometimes mostly not work. So how would I Well, use that with these. Don't have to think about the language really, right? I was looking for a word I didn't find. So that is what I did have. You can apply constructor delegation to the constructor of yours. It talks the following way. But the declaration is in the header file. We are in the CPP file. This is why it's not saving time. Cause now it got what I really wanted it in there. And it didn't use the function it added.
To Fantastic, it's a wide range. This year's theme, I believe, is cloud work with integration.
Now implement the your suggested, what did you call it? So this was the whole question from the start, but I had to explain it twice. Scope operator. No? What? No, I'm in the wrong one copying. So here. Starter has similar behavior. Constructor delegation. It would have been quicker for me to type it myself. Especially if it kinda dies again.
To Fantastic
there.
says.
Now it's got
Onsolo Polo Fix It
Partly.
42 like.
Yeah. Do you see it's still making errors? It's still not getting it. But I was just wanting to check that we just put the whole darn thing in there. So look at my initial code and fix yours. This is why I don't use this. No, it's wrong. It will not work. Should not should it not be the other way around? You're absolutely correct. Yeah, so no, I still did it wrong. Okay. To know the simple facts, it's good. To try and write code, it's just so bad. So this is what we had. I was just thinking, we can just call it, right? And the port, we can call this one let's just have do 2 lines more, right? We can always make it nicer looking later, but whatever. This is not even necessary. It was just to be, you know, I'm always like overdoing the security bit. I won't read these values, I think. But if I do, I don't want it to be like a random number in there. So, now we need to rename all of these. And this is not a good thing to do. It's not useful. Let's just paste it. I think it's supposed to be after the type of the other ones. I'm just scrolling up to its example where
Onsalo Polo says,
confirmed this.
remember to also write the deconstructors as well.
Yeah. We don't have anything really yet, but that's a good thing. Let's add that too. I was just thinking where it must be here, but I just wanted to double check. Oh, and you can't see me now there, so that it's supposed to be after the type. Oh, so oops, there. This isn't tested yet, the code. I've just written all of this without testing. So, and it's not even it doesn't even have all the error checks. So we should just try. But you're right. We should. Should I put that up here too, right? And I don't remember the syntax. I'm just typing deconstructor syntax. That's it. So, oh no, I'm pasting in the wrong window. So, see if we can type the character. No, there. So is it just, yeah, no, it's, this is the odd one on the Swedish keyboard. Because I can't type two of them. That'll be one. Ah, whatever. There.